in the scene they were meant to be in. So like they walked off stage and they were like, "Oh my god, that went so terrible," and the whole audience could just hear them the whole time. What are you gonna do?
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
Those were the early days
It's always
before we
one.
had a production person.
It's a choice. It's a choice. What about my choice?
I think the countdown is frozen.
440, 449.
It's never gonna start. We're never gonna. Uh-oh. There
Oh
we
god.
go. Uh-oh.
So you need to be constantly looking at it this whole time.
OBS
Brandon.
does that shit. Remember we were dealing with that during the Mad Queen stream. Remember, Brandon? It had right. Yeah, sometimes that happens to me too, and like the team will freeze while I'm looking up like a rule or fucking with something on roll 20, and then I'll go back and like notice who's making the fucked up facial expressions, you know? It's embarrassing. But it's good. It's all good. Yeah.
Who's
Mine will
done
be-
that?
I'm good
I'm
with
terrible.
freeze.
I'm terrible for having stupid facial expressions. It's my lot in life. Someone's gonna do it. and no one has a stupider face than you. You can say it.
Oh, the thing I need to change the title.
Go on, say it. I dare you.
2D20. No, I'm doing it. No, I got it. I'm doing it right now.
Wow. Always impresses me so much when y'all can just be like, yeah, I'll just fix something on the fly. I'm like, sorry, show's over. That's it. That's it. Now there's no graphics now. It's only theater of the mind. Yay.
It's something.
It's not much, but it's honest.
Yeah.
Yes. No one can criticize us. Excellent. Excellent. That's the strategy. My strategy is always just to say, no, you're wrong. Or what's my usual quote? Art is subjective, losers. If it's wrong, then it's better for the art that way.
You could just be like, oh, you're disagreeing with the GM? Okay, now your character just died.
Yeah. Or I'll just be like David Lynch of like,
yeah,
this game is my most spiritual work. Can you explain that? No. What a legend. I love that man. Top 10 celebrities I would like to hug. I would love to hug Werner Herzog. Oh my gosh. Does anyone know him? Anyone in chat? It is incredible at the pressure that we exert onto other people's bodies. It is like we are trying to leave our lasting impact on the soul of humanity itself. And I'd be like, thank you very much, Werner Herzog. I like your films. All right, is it time for us to be?
Get it up.
Kill.
War never changes. As the Red Menace threatened American soil, U.S. troops annexed Canada for natural resources. But in 2077, the bombs fell, and the war was ended. 200 years later, war has returned. Niagara Falls will discover that war never changes.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I am super excited to be able to say to you that, hey, this is episode 1. We made it. It's been a couple of weeks.
Hey!
That intro, I love it, and it was made by my friend Kevin Panlilio. He refused to put his name on it, so I'm going to announce loudly that he's the one that did it, and I love everything about it. He even photoshopped that busted up CN Tower and everything. He threw that together because he'd found another one, and I was all like, I don't know if we can use that image, and he's like, fine, I'll make one. That guy, he's amazing.
That's awesome.
So before we get to introducing the cast, quick announcement. We are very new to this game, and so as a result, we're going to be learning as we go. We know some of the rules to start, but there may be some rulings that I'll have to make on the fly as GM, just to say, okay, this is how it's going to work right now, this time, and it may be different from the book. So if anybody is out there thinking, hey, I've got the PDF for this, and that's not how it works, well, you know, it's not always going to work that way, depending on the circumstance and how well I remember the rules and the players remember the rules, and we can all keep each other honest to a point. So as a heads up, that's how that's going to go. But why don't we introduce our cast right now, starting with the man himself, the person that started Cyberpunk Uncensored, made this possible, Rob Mulligan.
Hey! I'm Rob Mulligan. I'm the founder of Cyberpunk Uncensored. And yeah, you can check out our YouTube, our Twitch. Check out cyberpunkuncensored.com. Lots of gameplay, lots of tutorials, free stuff to help your games, all kinds of shit. Check it out. Today I am playing Walter, better known to friends as Wally. And I'm a super mutant that I guess he wishes he was human, kind of likes to pretend a little. He bleached out his teeth by literally drinking some bleach, wears a ratty blonde wig he found, and he's getting by. That's me.
100%.
The smile is so unsettling.
What? It's just me.
Oh god. What's your skincare routine, Rob? You look different.
I let it go. Wally lets it go. All natural.
He doesn't do that Gwyneth Paltrow goop.
No.
None of it. No goop. Just a little bit of radioactive waste every once in a while. Just
the
let
real
that soak
goop
into the skin.
I do a swamp soak, a rad soak, and
drink a couple of cups of bleach every day. All right.
Which we don't recommend.
Which we do not recommend drinking bleach. Don't go telling everybody that we told you to drink bleach.
If you're a super mutant, maybe.
Super mutants can get away with it, maybe even ghouls. How about David Morin? Let's have you tell us all about yourself and what's going on in your life.
Sure. Oh, everything?
Well,
David.
I
don't know. There's a lot going on. Like you guys didn't join for all that nonsense. I'm David. I play. Oh, My frame's moving. I play
Yeah,
I play
that's
with
right.
Realmsmith every Monday. That's where Brandon and I know each other from. This is my first time streaming with Cyberpunk Uncensored, and I'm very excited. And I'm also the co-founder of Mithril Armory. We make fun, unique, creative accessories for the tabletop gaming world. And I'm playing Wilhelm. I'm a human male, which is not like a superhuman. It's just normal human. And I was kicked out of the vault, and I met these people. There's not really people, but they're kind of like, they're my friends.
Well,
And now
Wally
we're just
people.
trying to... Your people, yes, your
Wally
people. That's right. That's
In a
right.
sense,
Don't
yeah.
tell him, but he's a people, okay?
Sure. Whatever you say.
This is my first time playing. Please point out all of my errors in the chat.
Oh gosh,
If
you're
you can do
bold.
that, it'll only help me get better or hurt me inside, one or the other. Just go for it.
Negative motivations.
Yeah, thank and I'm so like, hey, Brandon, I'm just gonna say hi to Heath and Sakura who joined us.
Oh, awesome.
Hey.
Yeah,
Hey.
yeah. Two great folks from our Discord community at
Nice.
at the other guys, and they joined us tonight. So
Yes.
hi guys.
Amazing people. Yeah. Okay. And now to Ellen.
Hi, I'm Ellen. I'm a kind of growing in popularity hot nerd on the internet. I am also 1/4 of the illustrious media empire, Baby Beard Media, and we have a TTRPG podcast called Roll to Cast, which is a different game each season. And we've done Cyberpunk 2020, we've done Cyberpunk Red, Pulp Cthulhu, Vampire the Masquerade. We're currently doing Kids on Bikes right now, and it is a blast. I'm having a lot of fun, and I am GMing that season. I also play on Sirenscape with Rob and Brandon playing Cyberpunk Red. It's a lot of fun. Rob looks a bit different. I don't know what's up. I don't know what happens in between those 2 days, but but he doesn't usually look like that during Cyberpunk Red anyway. And I am playing a ghoul called Millie, or that is short for Matilda Valentine, who has been around for quite a while, using her medic skills to try and survive in a post-apocalyptic nightmare, and just trying to keep a sense of morale and using her wits to try and, in case she's got a case of the Mondays. And that's me. I'm very excited to be here. I have not, similar to Dave, I've not played this game before, but don't point out any of my mistakes. I don't want to hear about it. Only praise in the chat. If I made a mistake, it was on purpose, all right?
Yeah,
Let's just pretend.
I forgot to mention about mistakes, and I'm going to go ahead and do that now, too. If I make any mistakes, chat, please just blame it on David.
Tell Dave all about it.
Yeah, if we can redistribute that blame.
Yeah, if you can just troll him in my honor.
I appreciate that. The more feedback, the better, even if it was meant for someone else.
Really, David, if you could get Rob to do this a little bit better,
That team management. Excellent.
Right. And I am Brandon Perkins. I will be your overseer tonight. You can find me at DM_Brando on the socials. And again, I'm super excited for this. I want to give an extra special thank you to modiphius for helping to make this happen as well.
Hey!
Because without them, we wouldn't be playing this game. And for those of us that love Fallout, this is amazing. It's about time we've got a good tabletop version we can really just dive into and play. And if any of you are all at all curious about this, as far as I know, if you pre-order now, you will also get the PDF version of the book at the time of pre-order.
And Brandon, if we're going to end up taking a break halfway through, let's do a giveaway and then at the end we'll do another giveaway. We'll give away 2 copies of the Fallout 2D20 rule book.
Oh, awesome.
During the stream.
Awesome.
We've
So,
got so
and what we'll
many
do is,
rule books here.
everybody
We're just
watching,
giving them away.
Yeah, I got a bunch of them, but they gotta go. They gotta go. They're hot. No, but here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give away 2 copies every stream every week for like the next 3 months, so everybody can count on that. Tune in every Tuesday, and you got, twice the chance to win.
oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Modiphius is amazing. I'm glad that they're doing that. So that's super exciting. So you might not even have to pre-order because you might win it. Aha. That said, if you don't win it, feel free to pre-order because we like Modiphius and they like you too. All right. So to dive right into the game, as we had talked about in our session 0, the wasteland that we are currently in right now is the Niagara Wasteland. And what has happened is a hydroelectric dam had been built before the bombs fell, which rerouted some water, flooded some homes and in a large area, and also shut down Niagara Falls. As a result, the power is routed through this hydroelectric dam. There's nothing going through the hydroelectric plant at the bottom of the falls. Power is at a minimum in this area, and so is water. It's a very dry place, and as a result, our players will need to make sure that they are able to get some water. Water is going to work in many ways as a form of currency, even if they have enough extra, and so is power. So Millie and Wally have met each other and have a short history together at this point. You find yourselves walking down Highway 104 on the American side of the falls. You've spent a good amount of time in this area, so you have an idea of where the dangerous creatures are, where the raider encampments are, and some of the challenges that face you in this part of the region. But you've also found that the bridge to get to the Canadian side of the falls, or what used to be known as the Canadian side of the falls, now that it's been annexed and it's all pretty much the USA, there are raiders on this bridge. They've renamed it from the Rainbow Bridge to the Pain Bridge, having painted over the signs. And it is decorated with the bodies of those who have tried to cross the bridge without permission. So, as you're walking down the road, there's a light rumble that you feel in the ground beneath your feet. You're surrounded by some broken down buildings on either side of the road at this point. But I'll let you take it from here. This rumbling has just begun under your feet, and it sounds like there's a bit of a mechanical sound somewhere off to your right, but it's very distant.
Well, I'm going to... Millie's pretty perceptive, so I think she might pick up on it slightly before Walter does, and just kind of... Wally!
That wasn't me.
No, I know it wasn't you, but can you feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Something's happening, and probably some heavy grade, I don't know, mechanical gear, which doesn't really bode well. So we should, I'm gonna kind of like look for maybe some kind of mound or dugout. You said there were a lot of abandoned buildings. If there's maybe like a shack or something that we can just quickly kind of duck behind.
Do we know the area that we're in to be, dangerous or?
Yeah, the hostile creatures around here are mostly bloatflies, radroaches, that sort of thing. Not usually ghouls in this area. It's mostly just wildlife.
Right, okay. But I think I'm still going to kind of look for some kind of, not shelter, but maybe cover, so that if there are other people around, as I suspect there might be, Walter and I can stay out of sight temporarily.
There's plenty of cars around. This was once a busy roadway, and it seems most of the people just abandoned their vehicles when the bombs fell. So you've got plenty of cover from cars. There are the buildings as well, so it's up to you if you'd prefer cars or building.
I think I'd probably go for whatever's closest, which would probably be a car.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of, Wally, stay down, stay low, and if you see any other people around, don't make yourself known to them, okay?
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay. All right, get in here.
I'd like for you both to roll sneak at this point.
Oh, this is the first roll. First roll of the day. How do I do it?
Just click on sneak.
There it is.
Yeah, I'm not very sneaky at all, by the way. I'm kind of a big brute.
Yeah, versus a 7. All right. So, Millie, you've done pretty well here.
I'm all right.
You've got 2 successes there. Actually, one of them is a crit success, so that counts as 3 successes.
Thank God. I'm so glad that you can understand the the layout of Roll20.
Now, all you needed was 1 success, so that means you guys have 2 action points available.
Lovely.
So, which of you is going to keep track of action points for the party?
I can do that. Oh,
all right.
Do it.
You do it. You do it.
No, you.
You do it. I'm enjoying not being a GM. I keep forgetting.
This is very
Yeah. I'll do
Wally just play. Wally no GM.
I'll keep track of it. I feel like I'm the brains of this sitch right now.
All right.
so that gives us probably, yeah.
Yep.
So that gives us how many action points? Sorry.
All right, so that gives you 2 action points. You can have a maximum of 6.
Cool.
All right. And there's a few different things you can use them for. We can cover that over time as well. And Rob will be able to help with making those choices and helping with that. So you guys know when and where you can use it as a party. All right. Wilhelm, you have just been booted out of the competition. You were working on an amazing dish, one that you felt very confident about, and within your vault, one of the major events that happens on a regular basis is a cooking competition, and the one that loses the competition, it has to leave the vault. And this is how they make sure that the best of the best remain in this vault as chefs in this training. So you do have quite a bit of training, and you are an excellent chef. However, it just so happens now is your time. You have your trusty cast iron frying pan with you, and some other items that you were able to make it out with, including 5 bottles of purified water, which you were allowed to take with you. But you are currently raising on a platform from beneath the ground up to the top. Now, would you say you have ever been outside before?
No, sir, I will not say that.
All right. So in that case, this is all very, very new to you. And I'll leave it up to you how you feel about it, if there's anticipation or not.
Can I ask what was the dish that you cooked that got you thrown out of the competition? I'm just curious.
Well, it wasn't fair, honestly. It was Peter the Cheater. That's what we call him. And he stole stole my green leaves from me.
Oh, wow.
And that was really supposed to be the main part of the dish that brought it some color other than gray, which, as you know, is not a color. And so I think that in my mind I won the competition, and it's not right, but to be honest, it's very, very hard to open the door once they close it. I think it's made this way.
Yeah.
So based on that sneak roll, I take it that we're hiding as the vault door opens, so Wilhelm sees me but not Millie when he comes out. Is that what?
Well, we'll see when we get there. But you being as large as you are, Millie would notice that your back is sticking up over the top of the car.
Yeah.
And
You're doing a good job of
shining
looking.
off of those teeth. Tiny white teeth.
It's like Ross and Friends, just being.
This is the problem when you go around smiling all the time.
Wally friendly.
Yeah, but not everyone is friendly back, Wally. You get that, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Wally knows.
It's okay. I'm just gonna like pat him on the back. Pat. He means well.
He does. He's a kind soul.
Wally
Unless
kind
he
of emotional.
Yeah, unless he needs to go smash this person, in which case, you just kind of hold off and wait to see what happens, what unfurls.
Yes. So, as this platform raises, it finally locks into place at the top, and it seems like you are inside of a building. You've raised up inside the basement of this building. There's a concrete staircase to your left, Wilhelm, and not very much else within this basement. But you can see that the door at the top of this concrete staircase is broken off of its hinges.
Hey, well, I guess that I will go up to the outside. I've got my bag of things. I got my frying pan with me.
And that is cast iron, isn't it?
Yes.
It is. There's all that's really left, to be honest. The non-stick pans all stuck together a long time ago.
They couldn't hack it when the radiation hit.
Oh, classic.
Excellent.
Okay. So you reach the top, and the first thing that strikes you is the smell. There's just a burnt sulfurous odor it just hangs in the air. And with every breath, it seems to get a little bit worse, almost burning your nostrils. It's nothing like the purified air that you're used to. The air conditioning and the beautiful wholesomeness that you found within that vault now is... Yeah, that's the first thing that hits you is that smell. And then you hear what sounds like a dry wind blowing through the broken building around you. Most of the walls have broken down. A portion of one of the walls still stands with the door on there. The door is closed currently, but the rest of the walls are broken down. You see everything's covered with this brown and yellow dust. And it seems a bit of an overwhelming sight to take in. Everything around you is just dry, dusty, and a little bit terrifying to see.
Well, I'm going to maybe pull my jacket up over my nose as much as I can, which I cannot do with this jacket. It's too... Well, maybe I can. And I'll say... It smells like Peter's cooking out here. And I will go out. So there's a door? There's a door I can use?
There is a door, yeah. The walls are broken down, but the portion of wall that remains still has a door in it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not an animal. I will use the door.
Okay, it's not locked. You open the door, and Millie and Wally, this is where... Give me a survival roll to see if your perception allows you to see that this is happening.
Okay. I got good feelings about this because I got
It's tag skill too.
high.
Yeah, mine's a tag skill, and I got 2 successes and a critical success. So I should
Excellent.
be able to generate.
Oh no!
Action points from that.
So
I got no successes.
yeah, so Wally,
and mine is a tag skill.
you've generated 3 extra action points for the party then.
Oh,
Woo!
good.
Well done.
Don't say I don't get you nothing, Wally.
Now, Brandon,
Yes.
purely for the sake of the viewers at home, would you explain how the challenges work?
Yeah.
Versus, it's mostly for my man Heath, who plays D&D. It's not for me.
Sure, blame it on Heath. Meanwhile, Heath owns like every single system that's ever been released.
I've played other systems that are very similar to this, right?
Yes.
Like you have a rating, and then you've basically got to roll under that, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's whatever your main special ability plus your skill. That's the target number, and you want to roll under that. And you roll 2 d20s, but we can buy extra d20s now that we have action points built up.
Which I will be keeping track of with some bottle caps.
Excellent.
I know that's currency, but it's just a way for me to keep track of it. Don't at me in the comments, I swear to God.
No, blame Dave. Blame Dave.
Freaking Dave.
Yeah, it's all me. Yeah, I'm happy to receive all the feedback.
God bless you.
So as a quick in a nutshell of how this works is, I'll select the difficulty of a challenge, right? So this was a difficulty 1. That means those who are rolling need to have at least 1 success to notice this thing. They rolled survival, and what Wally ended up getting. Bring that up there. I'm not sure if that helped.
Yeah, I did. You can see it.
Yeah. So Wally ended up rolling a 1, which is a critical success, which counts as 2 successes, and it's a tag skill. So even when he rolled another success, which was his 2, that was a critical success as well because it's a tagged skill, which adds up to 4 successes in total. So that means they have 3 extra successes. So anything above a 1 in this instance would give extra action points that can be used to help them in combat and in social situations, to speed up certain actions that might take a long time.
I posted the link to the Google Drive file in the chat there in the Discord, David and Ellen. If you want to open that in a separate tab, that has a bunch of charts, tells you how to use action points. It just kind of like a Cliff's Notes that Brandon put together. So just make sure you have that open too. It'll help.
Yeah, quick reference for us while we play.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
And maybe we can get some of this information to my buddy Capricious Nature there in chat, and we can put together a digital GM screen that we could use and put out for the community. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I think we can use some of the charts for that. But back to the game. So, Wally, you happen to notice a door opening out of the corner of your eye, just to your right. But Millie, you do not notice this. Wally is actually obscuring your view of that.
Millie, look, door open. I think I see somebody.
Wally, I said keep it down.
But look, someone come out. Wally, maybe go talk to him.
What are you talking about?
Look, do we trust
We don't want to go. We don't trust people, Wally. Do you remember a few weeks ago you nearly lost your hand? We don't trust people, okay? Now, I don't know.
Yeah. Can I hear this
Say
commotion?
you see someone? Yeah, we're probably.
I'm sure Wally's loud.
Yeah, probably
He's not
like
stealthy.
the first instance of Wally saying that there's someone was just like, hey, there's someone over here. It's just like at that kind of volume. And so no matter how much like Millie's trying to shush, I feel like the cat's very much out of the bag.
Yeah, so you did hear Wally say that. And as you look over in that direction, you see a car with this kind of green lump behind it that seems to be moving a little bit.
Hey, that's my green light.
Yeah. and probably this vibrant hair behind the vehicle as well,
Oh, yeah,
right? I
you'll
mean, if
see
I can
this-
see the green, I can probably see the white.
Oh yeah, the blonde wig probably waving in the wind, extremely bleached out teeth.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna approach them and call them like, hello, have you also won what? What?
Don't say anything, Wally. Don't say anything, okay?
He talking to me.
But I'm pretty sure I can
He
hear
look-
you over there.
I think I'm gonna draw my pipe gun and just kind of damn it, I wanted to avoid this kind of crap and just kind of like stand up. She's not that tall, but obviously enough to kind of make her visible over the hood of the car and just like brandishing the gun be like, now I don't want to hurt you, but it's also not about what I want, okay?
What
are
has
you
happened to
here?
your face? Are you okay? Do you need something for that? Is the sun has burnt you or something?
Have you not seen a ghoul before?
We had lots of girls in the vault.
No,
but
I'm
you're
not talking about a ghoul. Like a girl. I'm talking about a ghoul.
I think that we're saying the same word here, but just a different way. The girls.
A whole bunch of... No. Have you been... And can I kind of see where he has come from?
Yeah, you see where he's come from now. When Wally pointed it out, I'd say you would see the doorway that he had come out of.
Are you a vault dweller?
Yeah, well, yes, I am, but I was as well, and probably I'm not.
Is this
No.
your first time outside?
Yes, outside, yes. In like for real outside. I've seen outside in books and
my.
movie films, but it's not the same. I will say it's not the same. It's not really what I expected.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I hope you didn't have your expectations high.
Wally's
They were
gonna
a little bit higher than this, to be honest.
Wally's gonna notice, Ellen still holding her gun up while talking to him. Is he bad guy? And he's gonna pull out his big stop sign. He has a
No,
big stop
hang
sign all
on,
sharpened.
Wally. He's gonna
my
stop sign?
God.
Oh, that's right.
What has happened to
Oh
you?
yeah, his weapon
What
is a
has
big
happened
stop
to your
sign that he found. It's all sharpened, but his dream, eventually he would like to find a rare sign he's heard of called a yield sign. Right now he has a
Ooh,
stop
that
sign.
would be good. I'll let you know if I see
They're not
it.
as common as a stop sign.
So,
Is he bad guy?
But
no, hang on. We're
No,
trying to figure
no.
that out, Wally. So,
I'm not a
I
bad
see
guy.
I see that you're a little bit surprised about me and my friend Wally here.
Well,
So-
now that I see him, I'm a little bit more surprised about him.
Well,
What, you know?
there's a thing called radiation, and it kind of messed some of us up. You know, like me. And then there's some normal people around who, use stim packs and radiation drugs to avoid it, and they're pretty normal, like Walter here.
But
So,
Walter, you're not very normal.
I would
to be honest.
choose your words very
What?
carefully,
What?
okay?
Wally, good guy. He's
Yeah.
normal guy. We're all.
I know, Wally. I know. He's a newbie out here. So,
Okay, so Mr. Varley he's normal. He's normal. Yes. Okay. Oh, my Google Home is telling me what is normal.
what the hell is
That's
that?
amazing. Hey Google, stop.
Have you got weapons out?
Wally's
Is this
very
some
confused.
kind of high-tech robo drone that I don't know about? You better make sure you're not armed, all right? Because, you know, we're
funny.
nice, but that doesn't mean we won't kick your teeth in.
And that's when you notice an iBot moving down the road, floating. It's a sphere with some antennas on it. Having overheard some of your conversation, it starts to define what normal is, and then moves past.
Oh, thank God. Are you armed? You.
Well, I've got
Dweller.
well, not really. I mean, I could use my pan if I had to. It's very heavy.
And what are you doing out here in the wasteland?
Well, they were having a competition about the cookings, and I won. And so I want to go out, and yeah, I am.
You won, and they let
Yes.
you out of the vault?
I think it was like the prize for winning was to go out.
Out of the fresh air and the medical supplies and the entertainment and the overall safety into a radiation-filled hellhole?
It's different than they promise.
Can I roll, I don't know, my perception or something to kind of I mean, I know I figured it out that obviously he got kicked out, but I feel like what would I be rolling for Millie to kind of interpret that information?
Yeah. So roll 2d20. It's your perception plus your survival score that you need to beat. So roll survival.
Yep.
You know what? We'll just roll survival. Don't worry about changing the perception. Yeah.
When cooking is really your only skill.
Yeah.
And Wally,
You know what? The first thing you say is not "I lost." I'm not good at it.
Wally's while Ellen's kind of working her perception on this conversation, Wally's gonna lean into Ellen and just say, "Hey, maybe it's good to have another human with us, and he can cook or something. I don't know."
Yeah. So I think that's one success.
Yep. It's one success.
Cool. Does that give me enough knowledge to know that this guy's just been kicked out?
Sorry, this is a difficulty 1, so yes, you beat it just now.
Yeah, cool. Alright, winner. I think that you might not be accustomed to all of the changes around you. And like my companion here, Walter, said, maybe we could show you the sights in exchange for whatever useful skills you have.
Yes, I'm very good at a lot of things. You know,
What things?
Well, I did lots of things in the vault, like cooking and some other things. There were other things that I did that were very helpful. And yes, I think you're right. I will be very valuable as a companion, as another human, as you said.
Another one, yeah. Not as good looking as Wally, but still another human.
Yes, where is this Wally that you keep referring to?
He's right. She's gonna basically put her hand on him. This is Wally. Maybe we should do some introductions. Well, you can call me Millie or Tilly, whatever. Just don't call me, I don't know, an irradiated ghoul or you with the face. Don't like that very much.
She doesn't like being called zombie either.
No, don't call me that. If you value your life, your toes, anything above the waist, don't say that.
Even below the waist, I have some things I would like to keep.
Yeah, okay. Well, I think that's enough information there. And this is Wally or Walter.
Hello. Okay, yes. Good to meet you, Wally and Tilly Millie.
Wally's gonna, when he shakes David's hand. He's gonna almost lift him off the ground. You know, just an expression of, you know, remembering Wally has a strength of 12, so he's like 7 foot tall, and he's just all brute, you know. So, and he doesn't get it. He doesn't know. He doesn't realize his own strength sometimes. He's like, nice to meet you.
Wow, very good.
And who
Yes.
are you?
My name is Wilhelm. You can call me Wilhelm or, you know, Brand. The other human even.
I think Wilhelm will probably do for me. The other human is a bit of a mouthful.
Maybe Wally call him Willie?
Yes, and you're Wally. You keep saying Wally, but this is you.
And I call you Willie.
Yes,
No.
this is Walter. This here is Walter. The
we
other
cannot be
human.
Willie, Millie, and Willie. That sounds too silly.
Well, it looks like we found a wise guy. I don't know why I'm turning into a New York gangster. A couple of wise guys, see?
Yeah, see?
Looks like we found another wise guy. Well, we could use a few laughs. You might notice, but life out here ain't exactly a barrel of fun.
Oh yes, because of the falls. I see your jokes. Very good. Yes.
Oh yeah, and if you have any expectations of what the falls should look like, I would just...
I do.
Well, maybe it's best if you remember them as they were. There's no water left. Speaking of, you got any water on you?
Perhaps I've got some water, but I probably will need it.
You will need it. There is nothing out here. And as for keeping you alive, I can do my best. I used to be a doctor. This was like, 200 odd years ago, but I can do my best to pack you up, but you will need radiation medicine.
You are 200 years old?
Yeah, I know. I don't look it, right?
Well, now I feel bad for making fun of your skin. It's actually very impressive. Very good condition, actually. It's all relative.
Gee, thanks, Wilhelm. You sure know how to make a girl feel special.
Yes, I knew it. I knew you were a girl. I said before, you are a girl, and you said, no, it's something else. But I knew it.
Glad we got that out of the way. And now we need to figure out what the hell we are going to do. We're trying to cross the Rainbow Bridge. Do you know it?
I've seen the pictures in the book. So yes, I have seen it.
Okay, imagine that, but then swarming with, a whole bunch of bloodthirsty raiders who want to cut your head off and stick it on a pike if they're feeling gracious that morning. So we're looking to get through that.
They're not very nice.
No, they're not very nice at all. But if you want us to show you around,
like to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Having another human around could surely get us into some other places that, you've taken it considerably well, but most other humans don't really like me and Wally for whatever reason.
Yes, it's mostly because you look very not like people, and also it smells like powdered scheiße out here.
I think Wally just intimidate other humans sometimes just because he's so good looking.
Yes. Yes. That could be it.
Can I just sidebar with you, Wilhelm, for just a hot second?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So, do not mention that Wally doesn't look like a normal human, okay? He thinks he is, and that keeps him happy, but We just want to keep referring to him as a normal guy, just a normal, non-irradiated human. Got it?
But he does not. Yes, okay.
Yeah, I know you're not blind, okay? But it's not an easy life out here. And for some of us, trying to hold on to some sense of normalcy, it helps, all right?
Yes.
So,
I guess.
have
Okay,
I
I
got
will
that
not
right?
mention. Yes, I will not mention to him that he looks like a horrible monster. That he is actually just a human.
Thank you. All right. I think apart from that, we'll get along swimmingly.
Does he work in construction? I see that he's holding the stop sign. Is that for controlling the flow of people?
Yeah, Wally, show him some of your moves.
Wally's gonna like sling this sign around. Like, look at Wally! Look what I could do!
He means well. What time of day is it out here? May I ask?
It's about 1 p.m.
1 p.m. Okay, and you know, with our kind of goal at the moment to get over that, to get across the Rainbow Bridge, how far approximately would we be from there, or do we even know how far away we are? Do we still need to kind of like?
No,
Well, I think we already tried, right? And the idea is that we tried, but it's a bunch of raiders, and we.
That's
couldn't...
right.
Yeah, you've seen a bunch of
We've been
raiders
pushed,
there.
Yeah. We've been like pushed back, kind of thing.
You haven't spoken to them, but you've seen the bodies that line the sides of the bridge, and the heads on pikes that kind of funnel out from the front of the bridge, as serves as a warning. But you've recently learned, overhearing a conversation of someone else in the area, that these raiders are like, they will accept a payment of a toll, but you don't know exactly what that means and exactly what kind of a toll it might be.
So,
and the other thing we learned too, right, is in this area, it's just power and water is very scarce because of the dam, or the Niagara Falls is down to like a trickle because something is going on upriver, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we've got a little bit of water,
and
I think, just all between us as a group.
And a little meta side thing to the other players. Anytime that I say stuff like this, or I ask, it's me as a player trying to remember things and get it. But just understand, when we get into the game, Wally's probably not going to be the one to remember shit like that. So you just know that, like, when I bring it up, I'm relying on you two to.
Yeah. So I feel like, we've been pushed back because we just can't get close enough, even to offer some kind of token, or bribe, or whatever you call it, just because of literally it's a ghoul and a super mutant walking up, and so raiders are kind of trained to like take shots on sight. So, even with the idea of, we have some resources, we have some bottles of water, we could trade, but we haven't even been able to get close enough to kind of striking a deal, because like getting 800 meters away means that we'll have to kind of like run from a hail of bullets and take cover again.
Potentially. I mean, I'd say that's part of the fear, but you haven't been shot at yet.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but that's something that you expect to happen. Whether or not that is what would happen.
Millie probably more than Walter. I feel like Millie's been trying to like, play it cautiously, and kind of like, I assume we would have set up a camp around, around this area, so that we can kind of regroup. And she's like, taking stock and observing people who are going past, and if they are coming back,
You do have
trying to
a
formulate
location.
a plan that way.
You do have a location that you regularly stay overnight, that you would make camp, and there's an abandoned building that you actually do that in, so that you can build a fire if you need to, without it being seen everywhere. You've got walls to protect you. Yeah. So, and it's another basement, building basement that this happens. I'll add as well, a while back, while you were talking, you felt that rumbling in the ground, and Wilhelm, you know that means that the platform that had brought you up has descended fully down to the bottom, which means that the top of the vault would have closed again. All right.
Would we be cognizant of that? Or probably not, since we don't really know how vaults work.
Assuming, okay, well,
we probably know how vaults work, being around as long as we have, right?
Yeah,
you'd have an idea of how they work. You may have seen one sitting open before, or one that's been emptied out or something like that. You have an idea of what's going on now that he mentioned that he's from a vault. Yeah, I'd say you could glean that means that the vault is closed now.
Well, I think there's no going back now, Wilhelm.
Well, that's fine. I didn't want to go back. This is my prize, so why would I give it up? I don't know. But where do you usually sleep at night?
Well, we have a little basement that we found, a few buildings back that we've been kind of camping in. We could take you back there now if you wanted, but we're trying to get to the bridge.
Wally not very sleepy now.
Yeah.
Where were you headed before we met?
Wally's gonna hold up his postcard up to Willie. I'm trying to
be honest,
here.
you speak in the third person all the time. So is this fair?
Just,
and I'll take the postcard
just a
carefully,
little quirk.
it's probably very old. Where is this place?
Yeah, and it's an old like Rockwell style painting of like a family sitting down having a great dinner. You can see out the window, white picket fence, like a perfect family sort of setting. And on the back, can't make out the message. It's kind of faded since it's so old, but you can make out the address. And it's beyond that rainbow bridge. You know, we can't get there.
Oh, so
well,
you
Wally
would like
can't
to
get
go
there.
here? Why do you want to go here?
I don't know. I think maybe I have a family waiting there for me or something. I don't know. I see this and I want to go check it out.
He looks over at Millie for some sort of grounding of reality.
I mean, you're around as long as I am or Wally is. You know, you start to look for things that'll give you a little bit of meaning. Who knows? Maybe Walter does know this place. And if not, then it's something to do, right?
Yes, let's do it. Let's go and find your families. They look a little different than you, obviously, but we're all people. Let's go. Whenever
I mean, we don't know what we'll find there, but it's got an address written on there, and we're all looking for people, right? Well, maybe not you, but
no.
Yeah. We're just...
I wasn't looking, but I found you, and that's what matters.
Yeah, well, hopefully, maybe we can find some more people before this journey, gets the better of us.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I think we've been trying to get across the Rainbow Bridge, but I feel like this is I don't know, Wally, should we should we do it now? I mean, this seems like the best chance that we're gonna get to trying to broker a trade, but I just feel like more planning would really help us.
Well, maybe at least go try now. Now we have Willie. Maybe he can help.
What have you offered so far?
We haven't gotten there, right? I mean, like I said, statistically, we try and make contact with other humans who aren't Walter, and it doesn't go well. You know, there's a lot of aggression. There's a lot of xenophobia. It's not great for if you look like me or as devilishly handsome as Wally. So, you know, based on experience, we wouldn't get far. And they've been camping out that area, so they probably have all the good sites. I'm just thinking maybe you're a nice, respectable vault dweller. You kind of lead the way. You use you're a pretty conversational guy, right? You know, you grew up around other living beings. That's gotta be something in your favor. So yeah, you maybe know how to talk to them and just convince them that we're just travelers, just trying to get to the other side.
And maybe if they want something, he can barter.
We could,
exactly.
You know, what always helps a conversation to go well is when you have a nice meal to accompany it.
Do you have a nice meal?
Well, we don't yet. We don't right now. I've got literally nothing with me other than a pan to help us make one, but perhaps we could find some things.
I mean, I've got what have I got on me? I think I've got some like kind of cans or dried things.
Got an iguana on a stick. I'm gonna pull out my iguana on a stick. Wally have this.
I also have an iguana on a stick.
Well, you cooked it together.
Yeah, we've each got one. And I also have canned dog food.
Food of champions.
Yeah, well, after my nose rotted away, I kind of, the taste doesn't really matter so much anymore.
Are there any fields around here, or some trees, or some orchards, or some...
Trees? Orchards? Do you see any natural life or greenery around here?
But I don't know where the green spaces are. I've read about some, and I thought that maybe there would be one.
Oh,
you could pick your own fruit.
You really have lived underground your whole life, right? There's nothing out here. And if you find anything, then it's gonna be irradiated to all hell.
Is there any, Brandon, can I look around for even the smallest blade of grass?
So you look around, it's
anything?
It's mostly dust and cracked earth.
Oh, no moss.
You don't see much in the way of anything living at all. You see the dried, cracked, broken remains of trees, but none of them live. It seems all of the plant life here had died long, long ago, if there's any sign of it left at all.
Wally's thinking Willie might have to just go talk instead of cook.
Okay, well, we could try that.
I mean, unless, you're too good for dog food or something?
No, I don't know.
Have you ever even seen a dog before?
To be honest, I'm not really sure.
Right, yeah. God,
what kind of meat would be available in the vault?
I would say in the vault, you've got mostly preserved stuff. You'd have, being the type of vault that you were, you'd have all kinds of a gourmet vault. So you'd have a lot of high-end ingredients available to you. Stuff that's been freeze-dried, stuff that's been canned, stuff that's been preserved in many different ways. So you've had escargot, you've had caviar, you've had these things that somehow they've been able to make last as long as possible.
So we haven't resorted to eating our furry friends.
Or each other, no.
Shame.
No. And you don't actually have any dogs in the vault, so I would say that you haven't seen one in person before.
Okay.
You've seen photos, but nothing in person.
Yes, I do like the books and the magazines, but I've not seen one myself.
Clifford the big red dog.
He's a giant dog, you know about him, yes?
Yeah.
Very frightening.
Not a real dog, but yeah, there used to be little not red Cliffords running around that you would feed inferior meats to.
It's amazing. Okay,
Yeah.
so you want me to just go and talk to the people that kill everybody? Is that what you're saying?
I
I would go and
mean,
just convince them, hey, Lord, do not kill us today. Simply allow us to pass.
well, they don't kill everyone, right? And if they're holding the bridge as some kind of acquisition, then they will probably be open to trade. We have water on us. You know, I don't really need water. Wally, do you need water so much?
Wait, you have water, and I need water.
We can keep some for you, but it is a very valuable commodity. You know, we're not just gonna prance across. We're happy to trade. It's just we need a friendly face to broker that deal. You get me?
Yes.
And we have assets that, you know, so sure, putting us in their shoes, why wouldn't they just shoot us dead and take all the water? I'm a medic. You're a chef. Walter is great with his sign.
Yes.
So we have assets that, you know, make us valuable to keep alive. I would also lean heavily on that.
That's right. They could take us prisoner and use us to keep them healthy. That's a good alternative.
Well, yeah, we don't want to be taken prisoner, but just we need to get across. And that's our number one priority. We're kind of making up the plan as we go.
Is there anything else we could trade with them other than goodwill?
I mean, what, you want to try it? There's only 3 of us. And are you any good with a weapon at all?
No, not. I don't. Well, not really. No. I don't know. I could try.
So I don't think we're gonna start a siege.
Is there anything valuable anywhere? Anything?
Water. We got water. That's pretty damn valuable. I mean, I've got everything else is really kind of, I mean, this isn't a great phrase anymore. They used to say it before the Great War, but it's all meat and potatoes. It's all not useful stuff.
But meat and potatoes are very useful. I don't understand.
Yeah, I know. The phrase is kind of, when you live a long time, sometimes words mean different things after 100 years. But basically, you know, I've got 1 gold ring. Gold means nothing anymore. There's no money. I mean, we've got some bottle caps. That's our kind of, but I haven't got many. Not enough to really be worth it. I've got some medicine and some canned dog food. And those are my most valuable things. You know,
we
to some raiders.
Maybe we just go talk and see what they want.
Hey, we could try. We'll go talk to them.
Yeah. We're not opposed to laying down some ammunition if things get, you know, spiky. We don't want to leave you there to die. You only just got out.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
But, you know, maybe we don't need to attack anyone. We can just give them some water and go about our day.
How many of them do you suppose there are that they will have one water and be happy? Let's go talk to them. We'll just go talk to them and see what they say.
Yeah.
I'm sure it will go very well.
Let's get closer. Let's kind of suss them out, and we can try and broker a deal from there. Everything
That's what
cool?
we're going to do.
All right. So, you continue down the road, and I want each of you to give me a survival roll, please.
Yes.
You want to beat. One of you will be the lead for this. Who wants to take the lead on this? It's going to be a group check.
I'm really good at survival and endurance. It's my tagged skill.
Okay, so Wally will lead. Okay, and then I want you, David, and Ellen roll 1d20 each.
Cool. Just one d20? Do we
also
roll some? Is it survival still?
Yeah, also survival, yeah.
Okay, yeah, but just one d20.
Yes, instead of 2.
Got it.
It's a base of 2, but
I was just trying to figure out like where in the heck in roll 20 should I be looking for.
Okay, so the difficulty is 3. Let's see how many successes you have. Exactly 3 successes. Okay, so actually with the tag skills,
4.
Yeah. So that's actually 5 successes. So that means you gain 2 more action points. But I think that probably puts you at your cap of 6 right now.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. And the action points are available to the entire party, just as a heads up. So if you make a skill check in like a test in the future, and you need an extra die to roll, you can use an action point to roll an extra die. And that moves up as well. So, for example, 1 action point for 1 extra die. An additional die on top of that would be 2 action points, and then the third one would be 3 action points. So you could actually use all 6 of your action points to roll 3 more dice on a check if you wanted to, if it's super important. Okay. So that's a heads up. Okay. So with this survival roll, you're able to avoid a pack of mole rats that is there on the way. You are able to detect it in time, Wally, and then all 3 of you are able to get your way around them just through good navigation. Now, at this point, you start to see that V of heads on pikes in various states of decay. And looking down, you see the bridge, the entrance to the bridge. You see a walkway that's been built over top, and about 5 raiders immediately in your vision. And there's one at the top in the center that looks different from the others. He's got metal plates sticking out of his head like Liberty spikes, and he's got spiked shoulders and spiked gloves on his fists. And it looks to you as though he might actually be in a leadership position. But that's where we're going to take our break right now. So we're going to do a 5 to 10 minute bio break, and then we'll be back right after that.
Mics are hot?
Mics are going to be hot, yes.
Yeah,
Cool.
and when we come back, let's do the first giveaway too. So everybody watching us live right now, don't go anywhere. When we get back, we'll give away a copy of the Fallout 2D20 PDF rulebook from Modiphius. You'll have a chance to win that.
Woo!
All right. Again, mics are going to be hot. You're going to be listening to the conversation as it goes. It may get a little quiet if we have to disappear, but yeah. All right. We'll see you when we get back, and we'll roll for the first giveaway.
My wedding ring just flung off and hit me in the face. It's my prop wedding ring, since I'm not really married. Unless anyone in chat has a sizable savings. Yeah, if you need a fake marriage, to keep the family happy, and you do have a sizable savings fund, hit me up. I'm at LNKGraham1 on Twitter.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, and I'll just talk directly to the chat now. You know, my mum's Italian, so that'd make her really happy. In terms of other skills, yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty good cook. I can roller skate. I don't know if that's anything. You know, this is also everyone's in the loo. So if anyone in chat wants to ask me a question, I'm just here. I just didn't want to leave the chat like unattended while everyone else is in the loo. Once, as attractive as Millie is, Wally is so hot. I am loving the blonde wig on Rob. It's very fun. I'm always of the opinion that everyone should dye their hair at least once to some kind of crazy color. Do I offer Australian citizenship with the faux wedding? Yeah, absolutely. Come on down to the land down under. And I actually live in South Australia, which is a pretty cool place in Australia because it's not so hot. We're coastal. You know, there's a lot of weird shit that happened in my town, a lot of unsolved mysteries, so it's very spooky and mysterious. There's like the Somerton Man, which if anyone knows, that was just like an unidentified body that was found on the beach in, I think, the 60s or 50s. What is that? Yes, let's not talk about banks. Banks as in like sand banks, or do you mean as in like money banks? Because either way, it's not a fun time. It's itchy. And it gets everywhere. I had to bring in that Anakin Skywalker quote. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. But hey, did George Lucas lie when he said that, you know, sand is coarse and irritating and it gets everywhere? Where's the lie? Oh, Snowtown. Yeah, Snowtown is where, oh god, yeah, all these bodies were found in barrels. But fun fact, the murders actually happened in a suburb like a few kilometers away from where I used to live as a kid. So that's where the actual crimes took place. That's where the actual murders took place. And then they stored the bodies in barrels in a country town in South Australia called Snowtown. So that's a fun little. Sorry, Brandon. Everyone else went, and I didn't want to leave the chat alone. So I've just been doing like an AMA, and we've quickly gone to weird unsolved mysteries and horrific things that happened in my hometown.
Okay.
Yeah, the Somerton Man. He's
Shutting the door.
Are you talking about Harold Holt?
Come on.
Yeah, it's too. I love that theory, but it is too early. Yeah, because he. Great. Yeah. Oh, so even though Harold Holt died or disappeared, I should say, while swimming in New South Wales in '67, he got dropped into a portal where his dead body washed up on the. It didn't wash up. Was found on the beach in 1948 in Adelaide. Wow. We solved it. People, it's all coming together. Now I actually have to go to the loo. So you guys better keep this spinning.
It sounds like America.
Yeah, it's some fucked up shit. Come to Australia. We got. I mean, you should try ship anything here. Jesus Christ. Every time I'm trying to buy something, and it's like, I mean, I just bought a whole bunch of dice, gaming dice, and shipping to Australia was like $30. $30 dudes. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, as well, our dollar is shite up against the US dollar, so it's like, I think it was around like 35 Australian dollars altogether, and I'm like, I'm only paying $12 for these dice. Ridiculous. Ugh. Thanks everyone for hearing me complain, but also hearing me rant about my favorite subject, which is the disappearance of Australian Prime Minister Harold Holt. And he's here today. We got him on the stream. Yeah. So that he can that's if he can that is if he went back in time to become the Somerton Man, which is the working theory. Oh god. I'm so sorry, everyone. Whoa.
If what?
Missing Australian Prime Minister.
Yeah.
He just. Whoa! Oh my god! We've come full circle. Poor Wally.
Anti-podine. Anti.
I feel like that's always the best way to do it. It's just
I
like,
used to be pro-podine, but
oh man, what happened?
we're roasting this guy's username, y'all. He's roasting him.
Got him.
Yeah.
Got him.
Oh, there it is. Antipodine. Oh, Antipodine.
Antipodian. It sounds like a. It sounds like a Greek.
I'm
Greek
going with
muse.
The antipod Ian.
I love as well. Rob has to hit his mark of like when you do a funny, you always like smile and do the thumbs up. And it's like almost the same every single time. It's great. For Dave. You don't want that.
Yeah, we gotta do the giveaway. Let's do the giveaway.
I was trying to find my rabbit, since people love to see him. But
yes. What was your?
My two doggies came in here a minute ago, freaking out, but I had to close the door because they started wrestling.
Oh, speaking of dogs, I don't know if you heard the banging coming through my microphone, but that's my dog upstairs with his bone. He's got a busy bone, and he just smacks that thing on the floor. Oh man, that's going to be so loud on mic if it's picking it up.
Yeah, but if you say it's your dog, everyone will be like, "Aww."
So, yeah, his name's Bailey, which oddly enough, your dog's named Bailey too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bailey's a great dog name.
And then I got Joe. So yeah, let's do the giveaway. Everybody watching, we've got we've got 2 copies of the Fallout 2 D20 PDF. We're going to give away 1 copy now, and then we're going to give away 1 copy at the end of our stream. If everybody in chat wants to just pick a number between 1 and 100 and type it in the chat 1 time. Just pick a number between 1 and 100 and type it in the chat.
Between 1 and 100.
You need Dave to give it away using his accent. I know he's not here.
Well, you still got to put the numbers in. Maybe Dave will be back.
Yeah,
Hey!
there you go. Numbers
Speak
in. And then... Here he is.
I feel like that accent is going to be so contagious.
Yeah.
Oh, you couldn't hear me. I was on the mute.
Yes, you were on mute.
On the mute.
We
Can
couldn't
you hear me
hear
now?
you.
Hear you now.
Sorry, I took too long. I was
It's
putting my
okay.
little children to bed.
Ah, yes.
We can do it now. I've run up the stairs. I'm very tired.
You tell them.
We're going to do the
Guten
giveaway.
Nacht.
So you got a minute to catch your breath.
Guten Nacht, children.
All right, last call for everybody to pick a number between 1 and 100 and type it into chat. If you already did, don't do it again.
I would like to do this as well.
And this is to win a free copy of the Fallout 2D20 PDF.
Can I win it as well?
Just for fun. Just to screw over someone in chat.
I've chosen.
All right, here we go.
Ooh, ooh,
92.
92.
Ooh.
Who was
Who was
closest?
closest?
I saw it. 79, maybe?
Oh my God, we roasted him and he won. We roasted his username and he won. He deserves
Was this
it.
Mr. Antipodean? I had to
Yeah.
Google that one day.
Antipodean.
No, it's actually the Ippo Dean.
The Ant iPod.
That's how you pronounce
The
it.
Ant iPod. The Ant iPod
Dean.
Dean.
Yes, the Ant iPod End 20.
Congratulations, Mr. Heath.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations,
Sorry, we
Heath.
roasted you.
Again, we roasted you
The joke
again.
is really on you,
sorry.
Mr. Rob, because he's in Australia, and I've had to ship prizes to him before in the past.
I told you.
Luckily,
I
this
told
is
you
merely.
Australian shipping
This
stuff.
is just a code. I need to email him or message him so he can go download his PDF. So super easy.
Yeah,
Just send me a message through Twitch, or you can send me a message on Discord or Twitter, Mulligan101. Anywhere you find me, just hit me up and I'll hook you up.
Right.
Cheers. You gotta be more Aussie in the chat to represent our great nation. If you want to throw in some more Aussie slang, I won't hold it against you, you know?
I don't know enough. I was on his podcast once, and he asked me some Aussie questions, and I had no idea. I think
Mate.
Yeah.
Your lack of Aussie trivia is as useless as is it useless as
this moment right
balls.
now.
Yeah.
Is this sentence.
Good point.
Right, yeah, there we go.
Mutant Houndstone, my baby. All right, let's get to it.
Yes, let's dive right back in. Now, how would you guys be approaching the gate? Would you be walking out openly, ready to talk, or are you thinking you'd sneak up and case the place? What's the plan?
So you said there were 3 raiders and
so three raiders at the top, 2 raiders at the bottom. The center raider at the top appears to be some sort of someone in a leadership position.
Mm-hmm.
Wally's not very stealthy, so he's probably just, gonna walk right up the center or look towards Millie to see how we're approaching it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, definitely following their lead, not knowing anything. I'm gonna watch. I would otherwise just walk confidently towards them.
Millie, let's just go talk to her. There's no, we can't sneak around these guys.
Yeah, I kind of want to. Nope, we got to do this all together. Let's approach. I mean, it's 3-3 at the moment, but they're probably outnumbering us, so I wouldn't bother putting your hands in the air. We've got weapons. We need to show that we have ways of defending ourselves, but that we are not looking to do it at such a time. Right?
And there's 5 of them. There's 3 on the top, 2 on the bottom.
Yeah.
Hey.
So we don't want to look defenseless because, like, my idea is that they'll just shoot us anyway. So we want to look like we'll put up a bit of a fight, but that we are non-aggressive. If that makes sense.
I will pull out my frying pan and hold it non-aggressively.
Yeah, so weapons out, but down. All right.
I guess
Hey.
Wally being a bit of a tank and meat shield and the goofy bastard he is, I guess he's gonna take the front and okay, if they shoot me, everybody run.
We're not gonna leave you behind, Wally.
They're going to shoot you?
I don't know.
He said if.
Sometimes people shoot Wally.
That is true, and I gotta.
How often is this happening?
You know, I think we're worrying too much. We're counting our bullet holes before we're shot, if you pardon the expression. So let's just keep it natural, all right? And I think she's going to kind of like, with kind of arranging Wilhelm in the middle, and Millie and Wally on either side, kind of making it very clear that she is looking around, and trying to spot any other kind of raiders that might be hiding in sight. As we kind of hail down the center, the leader of the raiders, the spiky one.
All right, so as you approach and you raise your hand to wave to the leader, you hear some whistles erupt from the front. So the 2 guards at the bottom both whistle, fingers in their mouth, and then you hear whistles moving back down the bridge, the length of the bridge, just one after another, and the leader kind of cocks his head to the side and looks at the 3 of you, and he snaps his fingers 3 times, and the guards lower their weapons and stand back, but are watching you very cautiously. And
just say hi, Wilhelm. We want to pass the bridge.
Yes. I'm going to wave with my frying pan. Hello! We're just here to say hello and to ask you what is the cost of crossing your bridge?
he leans over and he speaks to the raider next to him. And then he looks back over to you. Do you plan to trade? You want passage? Is that what you're saying?
Just gonna like
That's what we want to do, right?
shoulder him. Yes, that's what we want.
Yes, that's correct. We are looking to trade for passage across your bridge, please.
Well, as you can see by the way we decorate this bridge, there are many people who have tried to cross. What do you think you can offer that'll allow you to get all the way past?
We have water.
Oh, not so fast, Mr. Walker. Let's just maybe just the art of negotiation. Let's not make too big of an offer here. What are you generally interested in? For other people that you have let cross successfully without losing the head on the way.
The water is good, yeah, but You're an interesting group, and I want to test you. I want a fusion core. At least one. There's a chemical plant nearby, and it's locked up tight, but you see, at night, we see lights on. I think if you could get in there, you could get us a fusion core. Then we'd let you pass.
Right, okay. Sounds very good. Does that sound okay?
I think we can do that.
Wally saw a fusion core once.
Yeah.
Seems to me like if this was the price that either there's a lot of fusion cores around or not a lot of people get them.
Well, I assume it would be hard for them to get in there without being exposed to harmful substances. That's something that we could do. Or Wally and I could do.
Oh, yes. Because I would be exposed, I think. Mr. What is this a normal price or is this a special price?
Oh, this is a very special price.
This is for two humans and one girl?
2 humans. Is this a
this
joke?
Is for the tickets?
Is this a joke?
I'm not sure. Is this a joke? What do I tell him?
Just, yeah. Don't worry about Wally's feelings for now. It's not a joke.
I don't understand. What answer am I? My friend, yes, she's going to tell you. You tell him.
I feel like there's like some jostling of like who's standing at front, like at the front. Yes, obviously, me and Walter here can get into certain places that normal humans can't. We just haven't been around regular folk for a while, so forgive us. We're a little green to encountering people.
Let me tell you about the price. Most people pay something, and we'll let them start crossing. But what they don't know is that it only gets them part of the way. They might get a quarter of the way down, maybe halfway down, but they don't have enough to pay the rest of the way. You can get me a fusion core, I will let you pass the full length of the bridge, but only once. If you want to cross again, you'll need to bring me another fusion core. I've got turrets out here with no power. I want to remedy that.
Okay. So we get you a fusion core and it's a one-way ticket.
Yeah. Exactly.
But it's three one-way tickets, to be totally clear.
It will allow all 3 of you to cross, yes. Once.
Safely.
Excellent. Good
Safely.
to do that. Thank you very much. What is your name, mister?
My name is Reinhardt.
No
Reinhardt.
way. What is the background of this name?
You're curious.
Seems Germanic in origin.
Germanic in origin.
I feel like we might, if we ever had time to sit down and discuss our ancestors, perhaps another day.
Well, you can give me a speech roll on that.
I'm dying for you to give him a speech roll.
What does a speech roll do? And how many dice?
Well, if you hit speech on your...
Yeah. But what is it? What is it do? What exactly am I rolling for here?
It's like a charisma check.
Okay, and how many dice am I doing?
It's 2d20, but if you click speech on your, it'll roll.
Yeah. Oh, I got that.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
it's always going to be 2d20 unless it's a group check.
Yeah.
But you can spend AP to do more. Yeah.
Yeah, unless we
those look
spend
like
points.
bad results. Am I right in saying that those look like bad results?
Yeah.
That's two failures. So you would have had to roll 2 successes to be able to get this. So he hears you and he says, maybe that's a story for another time, but not now. I don't know you, and I don't care about you. You either do this and succeed, or you fail and you die. All right?
Yes.
Let's hope for the best.
My vote will succeed.
Where is this fusion core located? Do you have...
frozen.
Yeah, we're frozen. Oh, I guess it's just
I noticed. Yeah, I'm trying to fix it while we're chatting here.
Did they give us the coordinates of the where the fusion core was located?
So
or they gave us an approximate location?
Yeah, he told you that there's a chemical plant nearby that you'll be able to that has lights on at night. And
so we
and
can
you know,
locate it.
being in the area, that since there's no power running, if there is power someplace, it's because they have a fusion core. But he says that the place is locked up tight.
Okay. But I think that's probably all the information that we're gonna get from him. I think we should celebrate this small victory and get the hell out of here, guys.
Yeah, Wally's gonna hold up his postcard and point at the address and just say, "Okay, good. Let's get fusion core and then go to the address." Real simple.
Yep, one step at a time, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Then let's get off this bridge, and let's just try best as we can to not run into any other kind of problems.
All right. Now, this chemical plant actually is very close by. It's about 2 blocks away. And this, in a way, rings some warning bells in your brain. But I'll leave it up to you whether or not that's something that you'd want to explore. You know that it is in ghoul-infested territory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Feral ghouls specifically.
I was going to say, of these ghouls, they've lost their wits somewhat.
Yeah, so they do not have their minds about them. Feral ghouls have been irradiated and so heavily irradiated for so long that they no longer have their minds about them. And they are kind of like zombies, but we don't call them zombies because that's not the very kind to ghoul people. But yeah, in that they will attack on sight, and they're not very happy to see people in general.
Okay, well, I have good news and bad news. The good news is this plant is very close. The bad news is there are a lot of ghouls who have, succumbed to radiation and lost their minds. They're they'll very aggressive and they will attack us instantly. There's no reasoning. So we thought I've either got to find a great way of sneaking in past all these ghouls, or we're laying an assault down.
Now,
I don't know.
One thing you do know as well, Ellen, is that when you've been in places around feral ghouls before, they often ignore you. They treat you like one of them most of the time.
Yeah.
There's the occasional time where they might attack, but for the most part, they leave you alone.
I could get in some of the way, at least, maybe, without being seen, but it's nothing's assured.
But Millie, he say building secure. Remember when building's secure, they usually shoot at you and stuff. Like the building has guns and things. Remember? Remember?
Yeah, no, I don't think the ghouls are gonna be using any high-tech weaponry. It doesn't have humans in it, Walter.
But he said the building's secure. Remember in the past, sometimes buildings shoot at us even with no people.
Right, you're thinking there's an automated defense system. Well, I can try and stealth in. Maybe have you guys running interference, or we can.
Would your ghoul friends, would they see us if we went at night?
That's a good question, Brandon. I'm not quite sure what the obviously they would have the lights going at night, but like what's ghoul kind of like visibility like?
Well, I would treat it as a lower difficulty in the dark. It's harder for you to see as well, but they wouldn't be able to see you as easily. So the difficulty checks would be a little bit lower.
At night, they might not be able to see you as well, but also probably once we get into the building, it's going to be lit. But they might not be. It's just in ghoul territory, so they might not necessarily be in the building. If it does have its own security, like Rob kind of brought up, so we could try. Yeah, I don't know, Rob? Some guy.
There's another guy.
He sounds very sexy.
The building might be secured, and so we might be able to get some, it might be safe for us once we're inside. We could try making our way at night.
Could we see this building if we went to the top of another building right now, just to get a little look?
It would be pretty. Would it be pretty visible? It's only 2 blocks away, and it's a plant, so I would think it would be quite sizable.
Yeah, and there are buildings around if you wanted to try and climb them to get a better look as well. So you do have options.
You want to scope it out before we make our game plan?
Wally wants to look.
Then Wally will look.
See? And then maybe we can see where the door is before we get there in the dark.
Good idea. So you said there were tallish kind of buildings that we could get a kind of purchase on, and
yeah, about 3 stories tall. The plant itself appears to be only 2 stories tall.
Cool. I might use that to scope out the situation, see entrances, exits. Is there anything else we would be looking for in particular?
Are you asking me, or?
How many?
I think I was asking the gang.
All right.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
Maybe just describe what we see. Like, is there a fence? How many entrances? Are there ghouls walking around? Like, what?
All right. So from the ground level, you do see what looks like a number of ghouls laying down on the ground. You don't know if they're dead or if they're just playing possum, because everyone except Wilhelm would know that sometimes ghouls just lay in sort of a static position until they're given a reason to rise. Right. The front door appears to be closed. Are you approaching during the day, or did you wait until it was getting darker?
I think we're scoping.
Right now.
Right.
We're scoping it out.
So during the
daytime.
afternoon. Okay, so we'll say it's about 3 p.m. now. It's only been a couple of hours of travel because everything is fairly close together in this area. And you didn't have too much to slow you down for the most part. You're looking at the building, you see the ghouls on the ground, you can see some of the windows. They've got that metal mesh through the glass. From what you can tell, even from a distance, you can tell that there's a bit of that mesh. And you see the odd kind of movement from the inside. You're not sure exactly what it is. You might assume it to be ghouls, possibly bots. You're not entirely sure.
Are there like vents or exhaust stacks or
there are exhaust
air circulation systems?
There are smokestacks at the top. No fumes or anything coming out of them. Give me a survival check on the ventilation system.
You betcha.
Is that everyone?
Oh, that's
Or
just Wilhelm right now.
Critical fail.
Yeah, so one of them is a critical fail, the other one is a success. The critical fail means a complication, so that doesn't mean the same as a critical fail in Dungeons and Dragons. What it does is it adds a complication. So you can see that there are bolted on vents on the side of the building. However, they don't appear to be large enough to accommodate a human body.
Right.
Or a large green human body.
Hey, I resemble that.
Fantastic. Never change, Walter. Never change.
Someone wrote that in Walter's yearbook once.
I thought you can read. Maybe that happened.
Oh yeah, and Stiletto Assassin reminds you can use a luck to re-roll a 20.
You can.
So you might want to do that, and then maybe it's not
yes.
too small, and then we might be able to get in that way.
Yes.
The front door is locked.
I have 5 luck points, so I can. How do I? I can just subtract 1.
Yeah.
And then
there should be a temporary
re-roll.
spot right below luck where you can keep track of kind of your current.
Yeah.
And then just re-roll a 1d20 on your survival.
I see. Yes. Yeah. Toad's gonna do that. Thanks.
Thanks, Stiletto Assassin, for the reminder on that luck.
Yes. Thank you.
It's still a failure.
Didn't help.
Didn't help.
Real good stiletto.
Right.
Real good stiletto. I'm looking.
Thanks.
But you know what? It was a good exercise in basic rules.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's good to remember
it. Absolutely.
So we have an entrance. We have some kind of movement within the building. Possibly ghoul, but also possibly robotic or whatever kind of defenses or still operating system the building might have at the moment. And a whole bunch. You said like a whole bunch of ghouls, but like, is that like 10 to 20 or 20 to 30 or?
There's seven ghouls that appear to be lying down on the ground. You don't know if they're actually dead or playing dead, but I'd say there's 7. There's 4 around the front of the building, and then 3 through the street that crosses in front of the building as well.
Can we tactfully go around, now that we've seen this side, go check out the other side of the building, like get to the roof of a different building and just kind of scope it out?
We'd have to do a group sneak check. So if you want to do that, who would like to lead the sneak check?
Wally not very sneaky at all.
I think I am pretty sneaky. I think that's one of my tag skills.
Yeah, I'm pretty sneaky as well. It's also one of my tags. It's one of my tags.
If you guys,
sometimes
one of you lead
creative
it.
approaches to procuring good ingredients was needed.
Right.
What I'd say is, if you guys are sneaky, maybe one of you lead it, and then maybe I'll use some action points to help my sneak. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah. Before we leave this spot, is there any sign of anybody that like comes and goes from the building, or are the people in the building just always in there?
Based on your prior survival check, your one success, I'll say that you can tell that you don't believe anybody has been coming in and out.
Okay.
So it's, yeah.
That you can be sneaky.
No, we just need to stay alive.
Okay, there's my sneak.
Ew.
Right.
I'm
Very
gonna, I guess,
good.
use up an action point because I'm gonna do 3 because we're gonna need it for me.
Yeah.
All right.
So each of you would roll 1d20, except if you're using action points. No.
Yeah.
David, you roll 2d20 because you're leading.
Okay.
You're leading it.
You're the leader.
But those that are
you're the pack
helping
leader.
roll 1d20, except Rob, because you're using some action points.
Who's this Rob? He still sounds sexy.
That's one success.
Oh
no.
yeah, that's tough to beat a 7. Yeah.
And was that coming from our group action points?
So
Rob,
all of you are
yeah.
So that comes to
But
the
I'm
group
going
action.
to but I'm gonna use a luck and at least try to re-roll 1.
Okay. God, you better be lucky.
I know.
There you go. All right.
Hey.
That's how luck works, people.
All right, that's 4 successes. You needed 3.
I did it wrong.
So that gives you 1 action point.
Oh. Put it back in the pile.
Wally almost fuck it up.
All right.
We'll say Wally almost stumbles at one point and catches himself.
Yeah, gracefully.
He like uses the stop sign.
Yeah.
To kind of like lever himself before he just smacks down.
Okay,
so this was to get a better vantage point.
Yeah, there's
past the goals.
There's an alleyway to the left of the building, and that's the way that you guys would end up having to take. And as you walk through this alleyway, there are a couple of actually dead ghouls there. You're not sure exactly what killed them, but they've been dead for a long time. And then one that is just lying down but still alive, playing possum. But you're able to sneak around that one, stepping over its arm, and then its head, and then its other arm. And all 3 of you are able to do this without waking it up or gaining its attention. Yeah, but it was tough, and it was a scary moment. But you make your way around the side. You see a maintenance entrance on the side with some steps moving, going upwards to a single door with a lock on it. And then around the back is a loading dock.
Okay.
Are there more ghouls back there?
There's 2 more ghouls back there. You don't know if they're alive or dead, but they are in that same sort of like lying down position.
I can't lockpick. Does anyone know how to pick a lock? I've got good perception, so I could wing it.
I have happened to pick a couple of locks in my day. When you're trying to win the competition, sometimes it's hard to compete with Pete as a cheater. So you have to do what you have to do.
You seem to have a lot of theft-based skills at your disposal, Wilhelm.
Well, it's not theft. It's like you're making food for everybody, so it's not theft. Everybody's happy.
Sure.
There's a way it goes in the alleys.
But you do know how to pick a lock, which, assumes that someone wanted to lock you out of something.
Wait.
To not. What?
Are we picking it now and going, or just looking and coming at night?
Just
Wally confused.
Yeah, is this at night time or no? This is during
It's
the
still
day.
the
No,
afternoon. It's late afternoon.
Okay.
I have a couple questions. One about the ghouls. As we snack past them, do they look like they carry anything that's useful?
They're mostly just dressed in tatters. They've spent hundreds of years wandering around and doing what ghouls do. You
cross stitch.
Yeah, mostly cross stitch and some crochet, but you take a look at them and it doesn't look like there's much space for them to carry anything like that, and little evidence of pockets or anything like that.
Okay. Next question: is there any access to the roof from what we've seen?
You haven't seen any access to the roof yet.
And one more very important question: did we see any of these automated defense systems that our friend was hinting at?
No sign of them yet, but there might be some, there might not be, but you haven't seen any sign.
Okay, so we've got one entrance here, and then around the corner there's a loading dock. There's 2 ways into the building. Do you guys think that we should like camp out here, like just hang out while we've already stealthed past? To kind of go back and then allow more ghouls to kind of get into the space that then we all need to sneak past. Do you think it's worth just like putting up our feet and waiting in the alleyway until it gets dark?
Wally has time to kill.
What do you reckon, Wilhelm? Can you just keep your cool until night falls?
What do you mean keep my cool? I'm cool.
Yeah, you don't have radiation leaching off you, so I guess your core body temp is pretty low.
Oh, I see. This is some sort of joke. Well, to be honest,
No,
I kind of regret winning this competition, but
This was actually just an observation. In fact, you might want to put on a jacket because the nights can get pretty cold here, and we're not used to having someone with normal, fresh, irradiated blood.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll just go to the shops then and get myself a jacket.
Oh, was that a joke?
As well.
Oh.
Yes, I was trying to be funny.
Okay. All right, I get it. You hear that, so Wally? Well, I made a joke.
I like jokes.
Yeah. Well, maybe you can tell us a little bit about yourself. I'm just gonna like assume that they while away the time, maybe telling stories. I think I would probably be asking Wilhelm about life in the vaults. Just very fascinating and piques my curiosity.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of pass the time that way.
Just talking about the vault living and cooking and competitions. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So time goes by, and occasionally that one ghoul in the alleyway shifts a little bit, like a twitch, or moves its arm like a, but it doesn't get up.
Okay. Just keep our count.
There's one moment where it kind of lifts its head, and then it rests its head back down. That was a good die roll for you guys. I'm rolling the physical dice here.
I can hear them.
My click clacks.
The click clacks.
Yeah. But you make it to nightfall. It's about 9 p.m. As it is summer, so the sun sets a little bit later in the day. And the sun is just cresting the horizon, and it's getting relatively dark. And you see the lights inside of the building turn on all at once. And Reinhardt had told you that that the reason why they believe there's a fusion core inside this building is because the lights have been turning on at night. So, just as a heads up.
Okay. Well, it's showtime. Wilhelm, do you think you can pick that lock?
But I don't. Yes, probably. I don't know. We're doing it in the dark now, but I guess it doesn't matter. It's all done by feelings, so.
You do have a Pip-Boy. Pip-Boy does have a little flashlight on it, assuming that they work the same way in this game as they do in the video game.
But to be honest, it's inside of the lock. You've got to do it by feel, so it doesn't matter if I can see it or not.
There you are.
He's an artist. He goes by feeling.
Yes. That said, you can do a check. You're going to need to beat 2. It's a difficulty of 2 on this lock.
And by default, I only get 2, right?
Right,
Yeah,
but you can buy
action
more
point.
with action points.
Yes.
How many action points do we have right now? Should I?
I think
2,
I used 1.
3, 4, 5.
Okay, you guys cool with me using one here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I would say use 1.
you could afford up to 2 extra if you wanted. And if
And
you
is it
needed more,
two-
you can buy action points from me as well. But when you buy action points from me, it also gives me action points that I can use
Right.
against you guys.
Against us.
Yes.
Let's go with
maybe-
these. Let's go with these 3, and then maybe use the luck. What do you think of that?
Cool.
If I have to.
Yeah, I like that.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
Oh, there you
Nice.
go.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good. That's
You
good.
Very
even
nice.
you even gained an action point for that.
Hey,
Yeah.
back in the
So
pot.
there you go. You just earned one right back.
Millie,
so that's 3
he's
successes.
Good. He's good.
Yeah.
Willie like Willie.
All
Just
right.
as well that we didn't shoot him.
What? You were
Sorry, you
thinking of
can-
shooting me?
Shh, shh, shh. Let's not break concentration here. Only if you shot first. We're not animals.
I've got nothing to shoot with.
Yeah, we didn't know that.
Okay, let's go in.
Can we peek in?
Jeez. This guy.
Okay, so
You would think
got
no
the-
one's ever shot at him before.
All right. So, what were you saying there?
Yeah.
should we go in? Like we were successful, right? We unlocked it.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
you
can
successfully unlocked the door.
Yeah, we will need to.
It was nice and quiet.
Literally poke our heads in?
we
I'm
open
just
it?
very wary that it is all lit up inside.
I just see
and that
like
them...
Wilhelm and Millie, and then Wally sticking their heads through the door.
We're like, it's like the
It's,
3 heads.
It's Millie, Willie, and Wally coming in like the 3 Stooges.
Hello, hello,
Why,
hello,
Iona?
Hello.
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 Yeah, knucklehead.
I'm sorry, I'm not helping.
Why, I oughta.
Yeah. Except no one can grab me by the nose because it's not
Yeah.
there. Ugh,
That's great.
I got your nose. There's nothing.
We could put on
yeah,
our own Fallout Broadway show doing this.
and we should. But I just want to literally peek in to kind of get the lay of the land and see if obviously anything is in there ready to attack us.
Yeah, I think we would all peek in. Just open it enough
Yes.
to peek in, yeah.
All
Yeah,
right, so
so
you
that's
peek in, and the first thing that you notice is a dead ghoul on the floor wearing a lab coat. Its head has been completely blown apart, but it's lying face down on the ground, arms outstretched in front of it.
And dead by what means?
Give me a survival check on that. You can choose.
His head is shattered, right? Like I imagine this had a negative effect on him living.
Probably.
Oh yeah, but I mean, does it depending on blood splatter and like how it was broken, does it look like it was like broken by someone clunking into it, or was it shot, or
Either survival or science.
Oh damn it! I should have rolled science. Muffa.
Did some forensic analysis.
Oh, it's fine. I rolled well anyway.
You did, and it's a tag skill, so that's 4 successes.
I know.
So you
My
can.
science is really good though.
If you're at 5 action points right now.
Yes.
That's mine that you're reading.
Oh, I see. Okay.
My survival was 2 successes.
Right, 2 successes.
Although it's a tag skill, so I guess that's...
Okay. All right. I would say between the two of you, you were able to work out that it was an energy weapon that blasted this head off.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And you are at full action points with the bonus that you got there, with the extra.
With the...
What sort of
I'm
lock?
going to do some... Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, Dexter-style forensics. Where did the energy weapon, come from? Did it come from above, or, same level? Or...
Same level. Same level. So what you're looking at here is a little hallway.
Mm-hmm.
And so you would imagine, based on the layout of the hallway, that the energy weapon fired from the end of the hallway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. Sorry, Dave, you going to ask a question?
Yes.
Well, now I'm distracted by this thing that's going to blow our head off. The lock on the door, what kind of lock was it? Is it like a deadbolt that I can lock from the inside?
Yes, it's deadbolt.
Okay, I'm going to lock, once we're in, I'm going to lock the door.
Okay. Yep, so you get in and you lock the door behind you. And now you're standing essentially around this body. Is there anything you wanted to do?
What's on the lab coat?
The lab coat?
Is there a name tag?
Wally would
anything
search
in
the body.
All right, yeah, so it's face down. So you roll the body over.
Oh, God.
I know we're doing a lot of survival checks, but that's how we do perception right now. So you can each make a survival check for your own personal perception of this body.
Can I roll science?
Yeah, you just need to beat a 1.
Cool. I want to roll science.
Wilhelm
you could do a perception survival instead of endurance. That would make more sense.
You can, yeah.
So everyone would just have to roll a 2d20 by hitting that die.
Yeah, and the number you would have to beat is your survival score plus your perception score.
Yeah, so that would make more sense. For me, I'm horrible at perception, but I did it just as an example.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I have a success with it though.
Yeah, the 5.
The 5, because my perception's only a 4. But my survival is a 4, and it's a tag skill, so that's 8. So I got that, and that's 2, so that's enough.
Cool.
Right. It was a difficulty of 2.
All right.
I kind of, just because this ghoul's in a lab coat, I think I want to use science using Millie's, past life experience as a working in pathology, but then also doing bits and bobs as a kind of sporadic medic across the wasteland.
All right.
So I'm gonna use that skill. Hey.
So what is it that you're trying to see? That's an excellent pair of rolls.
Yeah, so I think I want to kind of search on search through the lab coat looking for if they have any tools, if they have any name tag or accreditation.
Employee pass.
What kind of safety wear, if they are wearing any, an indication of what profession, because a lab coat's sure, you're working in a lab, but it's is this volatile chemicals? Do they have gloves? Do they have scalpels? Do they have what kind of things were they working with, and also how long, was this ghoul actually working with them? Or is it someone who was irradiated and has just been shambling around for a while?
Yeah, so you search around the body, and here I'm going to roll on the chart to see exactly what you find in here.
Yeah. Hey, it's a fusion core.
And we're done.
And you're done. You find...
He had one on him. Roll credits on Rob's face.
You find a chem called X cell.
I love that spreadsheet.
X cell. You
Wally
rolled...
instantly drinks it.
It was a 40 is what you got. An exact 40. 2 20s.
Okay.
Which would have been awesome in D&D. But this game works different. And it's a lot of fun. It's a nice new system for me. Yeah. You also find a wallet that has 10 pre-war dollars in it.
Right. So this school is probably old.
Oh, that's old.
Or this lab coat in any case.
Yeah.
Does it have any ID?
Millie, that's old money.
Yeah.
You don't see any ID with what you were looking at. Now, Wally, what would you have been looking at on the body with your roll? What would you have been looking for?
Yeah, Wally is just more of like take an item thing. He's probably less like Millie trying to figure out things and more like just does the body have money? Does it have an employee ID badge? Because he knows that can avoid, Tourette's. Tourette's.
Tourette's.
But
plus he likes the
I mean,
pictures.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? He just searches for items for the most part. It's a lot less tactful, but he definitely searches bodies.
Okay, as Millie rolls the body over, you see an employee ID lying on the floor under where the body was.
All right. I'll probably point at it. Millie, look.
Oh, that's good. That could get us access to some areas here.
Yeah.
How are you, Wilhelm?
Yeah, Wilhelm, what were you looking for in your check?
I think I'm very fascinated by the inside parts of a person.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to see how you're doing.
Yes, well, it's something new today. Very interesting, and oh look, a path.
Are you doing that because you're like trying not to gag, or?
Yeah.
You probably have.
Can I ask you about the? Yeah. I'm not necessarily like investigating deeply here. It's more like a macabre sort of interest of like what is holding the inside of us together.
Not much.
A lot of meat, apparently.
Yeah. Did you say, like, can you describe the hallway that we're in and where he got blasted from?
So the hallway is about 20 feet long.
Okay.
All right. You're at one end of it, and it looks like the shot came from the other end.
Okay.
Well, what's at the other end of the hall? Or are there any?
It's essentially like a T junction, so it leads to another hallway. There are a couple of doors. One door on your left, one door on your right. Further down the hallway, about 10 feet down.
How old is this blood?
It's been here for quite a while.
Like a decade? Like what's a while in dried blood?
Well, this is pre-war money and old blood, it could be as old as 200 years.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, pre-bomb.
Although the body
But he
is
was a ghoul.
ghoulified.
It is a
Oh,
ghoul,
that's right.
yeah.
So
Oh, yeah, so it has to be.
roll medicine.
You wanna? I might be able to help
Say
you
a-
out there. I have
That's,
medicine.
Good meal is the best medicine. Is what they
Intelligence
say.
medicine, right? Okay, that's 2 successes. So you only needed the 1 success, but you guys are already capped out on your action points. What you're able to glean is that the body's been here probably about 50 years. Around and that's just like an estimate, but you'd imagine it's been lying here for quite some time. It's got a layer of dust over it. The blood and gore has crusted and dried, so it's been here quite a while, decades, you would guess.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of hop over the body, I guess, and quietly start making my way down. Like once they've collected the things, I'm gonna give a little skip over the body, and then start quietly going down towards that T junction.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I kind of want to see, like, I don't know if there's I might just like take out one of my actual bottle caps and kind of like nearing the T junction, I kind of just want to like flick it down that little corridor just to see if there are any kind of automated turrets, or if there are anything, even a feral ghoul might see something or hear motion and make a start. I just want to make sure our heads don't end up blown off.
Yeah, I was gonna say too that Wally was gonna grab the shoe off of the ghoul and toss it down the hallway. He's got a good throw skill.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe.
So as I start walking, a shoe flies past me.
Yeah. And then a bottle cap and then a shoe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll for throw.
Yeah, Wilhelm turns around like, why are they throwing stuff
I
at
think
me?
it would just be oh no, I see it.
Okay, so it misses Wilhelm. Oh, sorry, I was looking at the wrong roll.
I got
okay,
one success.
It's not a complication. If it was a complication, it would have hit Wilhelm, but we'll say it misses Wilhelm, bounces off the wall, and kind of lands rolling into the T junction. So it does get where it needs to go, but it's not a clean throw necessarily. It kind of rolled in rather than flew in, which is what you were trying to do, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And nothing happens to it?
Well, you hear a sound that... Who is there?
Like cameras?
Oh, something walking?
Sounds like something walking.
Right, okay.
I thought maybe it was a gun firing with no ammo, but it sounds like like robotic footsteps.
Yes.
Yeah. Guys.
How close? Sorry. Do they sound like they're far,
close?
like echoing from?
It sounds like it's echoing from down the hall. And I'll give you that without making you roll.
Wally's just gonna step behind Millie, since Millie's got the employee pass. Wally knows he always kind of looks for her for leadership a bit in decision making.
Yeah.
So he's gonna step behind Millie.
I can't.
Sorry, my computer stalled out super hard when you answered.
I think there is a robot coming down the hall that probably has energy weapons ready to blow us into, the next afterlife.
So what do we leave? What do we do?
I think we have an employee pass, so we might be able to, I don't know, get past its defenses.
If not,
either.
Wally have this.
He pulls out his sign.
Yeah, it's coming down the hallway, so maybe if you two can kind of stand at either, like, is the whole hallway visible from the kind of end of that like T-junction thing?
You mean if something was looking down the hallway from the
Yeah,
teacher?
at us.
Yeah, the whole hallway is visible. It's a straight shot.
Okay.
What about these two doors on the side?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think we might need to go poking around in those doors.
Wally will try one of these doors.
it's unlocked.
Open.
What's in
Okay.
it?
It opens inward.
Attention.
And it looks like a little staff room, like a kitchenette. There's two skeletal bodies sitting at the table, surrounded by empty cartons of food. Looks like they've been there for a very long time.
Okay.
Can I look at this pass? Like, is there a photo of the guy or his name or anything on the pass?
Yeah, his name was Gerald Glass. His photo is there. Looks like he had red hair. And he was a chemist.
And does it have a barcode or something, or is it just literally picture, name?
There's a black strip
like
on the
like
back.
A magnetic strip.
Yeah, it's got a magnetic strip on the back.
Okay. So it might not be. I'm thinking maybe it's not going to be using facial recognition. I think probably this fool just didn't know how to swipe it or scan it and got his head blown off.
You can give me I'm trying to see what would work here.
Let's use an action point and give it to the GM to reveal some information. That's something else we do with action points.
That's true.
Yeah, we can get more info.
GM must be truthful. Let's see. Players can use one action point to ask the GM a question, which has to be answered truthfully, but does not have to give the full info. GM info should be useful in some way to validate the AP cost. So there's an option for you. Could we ask, like, maybe use an IP to find out, how this ID badge is used, or does it have to do with defenses or things along those lines, or?
Yeah, I was thinking that's why I was asking about, does it have because if it's just name and picture, then I'd say we're fucked. Because it didn't stop that ghoul from dying. But since it does have a swipe pass,
but that could also just be to unlock doors. That might not be to like protect you from the robot. That's why I'm thinking like maybe ask the GM about this and use an action point. Unfortunately, it gives him an action point, but then at least we're not risking our lives on it,
So what question do you think would be? I'm just I'm trying to rattle my brain here in terms of how best to phrase this.
I think just how does this pass work? Does it seem like it's just to unlock doors, or is it
yes? What is this pass
as an identification? Yeah, like how is it used? What's its
dynamic? I'll spend an AP for that. Of what use does this pass have?
Okay, you've seen passes like this before. They work indoors. The swipe helps with doors. And also sometimes for logging into computers. However, you do know that it is also used as protection from building security as well. Having it on your person is enough. On your person and visible, whether it's clipped on the front of your vest or something, but it has to be on your person. If it's not on your person, then the security will not recognize you and consider you an intruder.
Oh, and see, I found that on the ground next to her. Like maybe she dropped it or something happened at one point when you rolled over the body. Also, just to keep in line with Wally's typical behavior when he enters the room, and I guess while maybe Millie's looking over the past, figuring this out, Wally would go examine the other skeletons and just see checking the other bodies of things to loot, maybe other passes, money,
Yeah, I think
anything.
once that kind of cog turned in Millie's head of, I think it will help with recognition software. She might kind of, Wally, see if you can find any other passes. That goes for you too, Wilhelm. If we can all have a pass on us, we might be able to sneak past the robots.
All right. Do you want to do a group perception survival test?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You're right.
All right. So who wants to lead this?
I would say if it's between me and Wilhelm, since Millie's asking us, let Wilhelm lead it. I'm not as perceptive, remember?
Yeah.
That's fine. I can do this.
Okay, and that's
so survival?
Perception survival rather than endurance.
Do you want to use
survival.
any APs?
So you just use your D20s. If you
Mean?
go over to the left side, look for that D20 symbol in Roll20, and you can click that, and then just roll 2 D20s.
Okie dokies. Here we go, okie smokies.
And then add your your perception and survival, and that's the number you're trying to get under.
My goodness. Okay, I'm rolling the 2 D20s. A 3 and a 13.
3 looks good.
And then I'm adding my survival and...
Your survival and perception. That's the number you got to beat. Okay, so
we got 1 success.
1 success. All right. And then I want Wally and Millie to roll 1 D20 each against your own perception and survival.
Just a 1.
3.
Oh shit, I actually did it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Even with my horrible perception, I did decent.
Oh yeah. It's I don't trying to get my it's perception and what was the other stat?
Survival, perception and survival.
Yeah. No, it's pretty high, but that's still too high.
Yeah, no.
You're
failure
panicking
for
by
me.
this robot.
But I generated a success.
So do either of you have that as a tagged skill?
I do. My survival is a tag.
Your survival is a tag. Okay. So in that case, that counts
too.
as 3 successes?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Okay.
yeah.
And that's what you needed. So that's why I wanted to know if it was a tag skill or not, because otherwise you wouldn't have made it. So, all right. On one of the bodies, you do find it deep in one of the pockets a pass. And this is another chemist.
Millie, I got one more.
Okay. Did you find any others? That thing is coming towards us.
And you do hear in the hallway that it's walked around the T-junction. It's moving down the hallway now. Are you still there?
Does the lunchroom have a lock?
On the inside? No. It seems like there's no lock for the lunchroom.
I'm going to grab... Nothing like die in the first episode. I'll take one of the passes, and I say, I'll do it. I can go talk to him. I could try.
I think maybe
I want to take the Gerald Glass card.
Okay.
Wally's just gonna stand on the side of the door, whichever way.
Yeah.
Like if it opens in, he's gonna be on the side to be behind it, since he's the one without a pass.
It does open in, so Wilhelm, if you want to go out, get this robot to stand down.
Stay quiet in here.
We can always try and take it out.
Okay, I will try. And I will go outside of the door, like holding my pass, like, hello, it's just me,
and right
I'm
outside the
gonna be
door.
Just me. Please don't worry. I'm just doing the checks for the night, and everything's okay.
Right outside the door, looking you face to face, is a Protectron robot. It's very tall, looks like 1950s style movie bots with kind of like clamp hands, but you do know that they also have energy weapons within these hands. But that's where we're going to end the session for tonight. Face to face with a Protectron.
See, you didn't die in the first episode.
Yeah, first 5 minutes of episode 2.
Except, David might want to roll up another character just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case. Another chef.
I don't like our odds at all.
I do. He's got an employee pass. I'm confident he'll do well.
Yeah, I just had to find where he wants me to swipe it.
It'll be a nice, like, he gets the robot to stand down, and then, like, Millie takes the legs and Walter takes the head. Just kind of like,
Or like David said, the robot's just gonna be like, okay, swipe it, and like you don't know where to. You're like looking up and down the robot. You don't know where to swipe. You're like, oh shit, what?
Do you want to turn around?
Down the robot butt crack.
Not bad.
So yeah, let's but before we wrap out, Brandon, you want to do the other giveaway?
Absolutely.
Let's do that. Let's have everybody in chat pick a number between 1 and 100 and type that into chat. We'll give it a few moments, and then we'll do the D-roll. So yeah, everybody that's watching, pick a number between 1 and 100, type it into chat, and it's your chance to win the Fallout 2D20 rulebook PDF for free. And while people are putting in the numbers, I'm going to say thanks so much, Brandon, for overseeing this and being GM, and doing it for Cyberpunk Uncensored and all of us to play. But I wanted to thank you specifically from me, because I had a good time and I get to play, not GM. It was a lot of fun. I really appreciate it.
Oh, it's an honor. This is so much fun.
Yay!
I'm
Rob's
so
like
glad
a
to do it.
genie that's been freed from GMing. He's like, finally!
And the shackles drop from the genie's wrists.
What the hell? What the hell, man?
Did you?
You're not a real super mutant.
So pi technically is a 3, I think. Okay.
I was getting hot.
It's 3.14 reoccurring. Oh, not reoccurring, sorry.
Thank you, Sakura, very kind.
Hey, thanks everybody saying great session. My beautiful wife Val saying great job. Donna Trace at Cuervo.
Thanks, pal.
Hey everybody. Yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in and staying with
Yes.
us. I know it's a little bit rusty, like Brandon said. We're all learning the rules as we go a little, but as you see, as the game goes, we're learning it more and more. So it's going to get smoother as we go. So stick with us, and we'll keep having a good time. It looks like everybody got their number in there. Does somebody in roll 20 want to rock the 1D100?
Sure, I'll do it.
Yeah, go for it.
Do it. It is...
Ooh, 64.
64!
Well, it looks like Sakura had 63.
Oh no, Sakura.
Oh, Vampire Bites.
Sakura got 63.
Oh, Sakura.
Wow.
Well.
Sakura
Almost got it.
Matata.
Yep, Sakura got it.
Way to go.
Sakura 163. You got it. That's awesome.
Awesome.
All right, cool. So yeah, anybody that won the PF, the both winners, just shoot me a message. You can whisper me on here on Twitch, or join the Cyberpunk Uncensored Discord. You can hit me up on Facebook. If you're on Twitter, Mulligan101 over there. So one way or another, just contact me and I'll get you the code so you can go download your free copy of Fallout 2D20. And thanks to Modiphius Entertainment for hooking it up. They're an official sponsor of Cyberpunk Uncensored, and it's the reason we're able to play some Fallout 2D20. I'm also going to be starting up some Dune 2D20 starting at the beginning of next month, the end of this month. Thanks to Modiphius.
That's going to be good.
But yeah.
It'll be really good.
Oh yeah, thanks so much, Brandon, once again.
Thank you.
Really had a good time.
Thank you. Did you want to go through everybody again, talking about socials and stuff?
We can do a quick run around the table, remind everybody where they can find us.
Awesome. Ellen, let's start with you.
Sure, just a quick cheeky little plug. You can find me at Babybeard Media. That's all the socials. So hop on there, see all the TTRPG content that I make there. And also you can find me individually on Twitter at LNKGraham1, where I like to do time lapses of all my cosplay makeup. So if you want to be able to recreate this look, it's a cute date night look, you can find me on Twitter and check that out. But thanks everyone so much for joining this episode 1. It's been a blast.
Oh yes, and Mr. Morin.
Yes, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at RealmSmithDave. Send your complaints to me about anybody. Your tips, if you got improvement tips for any of the cast, just send them to me.
Yeah.
And thank you to everybody that came for the first episode and supported and cheered us on as we began this exciting journey to death.
and Rob.
Yep, I'm Rob Mulligan, founder of Cyberpunk Uncensored. You're right here on the channel. If you're watching the live stream, please make sure you follow, sub, all that good stuff here on Twitch. Also, make sure you go over to YouTube and hit up Cyberpunk Uncensored and subscribe over there. If you're watching the VOD version on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to our Cyberpunk Uncensored channel, and then shoot over to Twitch and follow us over there. Also, hit me up on Twitter, Mulligan101. I would like that. Oh, and I'm going to put, just so everybody knows, I'm going to put everybody's links in the description when we VOD this. So yeah, everybody hit up the description and follow all the links and show support to everybody.
Awesome. And I am Brandon Perkins, also known as DM_Brando. Thank you so much for watching. I can't tell you how much it means to me to have such consistent viewership tonight. I've been watching the numbers and it's just, it's humbling. But thank you all so much. Can't wait to see you again next week. Have an excellent, excellent night. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.